All right, the rumors are true. This jolly fella right here, Tyler1, famous or maybe infamous League of Legends player, chess protege, has taken his talents to the world of Street Fighter 6 and has made it officially to master rank. Pretty interesting because Tyler originally picked up Street Fighter 6 for the AT&T Annihilator Cup, where it was a team tournament influencer event where every week they were playing different games in order to place within that game and acquire points to a leaderboard over the course of multiple weeks and multiple games in different genres. And one of those weeks was Street Fighter 6, where a lot of big influencers were playing the game, including Tyler1, where he originally picked up the game and played Modern Ken. And for the most part, most of those streamers moved on to other things, back to their main content. But Tyler1 was actually one of the players who really stuck with the game, who had picked it up for the very first time from that event. And he even went so far as to throw a modern-only $10,000 invitational tournament. This is crazy. That's huge money. He did that because, you know, he plays modern, and therefore modern is the right way to play the game, right? You know, in his Tyler1 style, rags on classic players and promotes modern, which I think is pretty funny. You know, he has his own charm. Some people find it a little grating. I can rock with it. You know what I'm saying? Like he's rambunctious. He's loud. He's brash. That's Tyler1's personality and style, and that's what made him who he is today. So he did a modern only tournament. I think people actually really enjoyed this in the end, and it showed off a different element of the game, and it got people who usually don't play modern out of their comfort zone to play. But after that, I wasn't even sure if he was going to keep continuing, but he ended up playing and getting all the way to master rank. And when he first got there, he showed off his account here. He got to master rank in 111 hours of ranked match. And this bar, if you look at that, that's this graph here breaks down your time in every different mode. Red is ranked match. The white sliver here is practice. So he did it all his way, which is pure grind, no practice. He has a unique view of the game, and his strategy is really just like bang his head against the wall until the wall crumbles or he breaks, which I kind of relate to in a way. Even though in my graph I have like at least 40% training mode time and an embarrassing number of hours, I respect the steadfastness, the stubbornness, the willingness to grind, even, you know, when you're salty, raging, just keep going. That's a bit of my ethos, to be honest. I relate to that pretty heavily. So he grinded all the way to master rank, and then he had some interesting foreshadowing when he got to this point where he is here now at a 1500 MR fresh master rank account. When you get into master rank, they start you at 1500 MR to begin with, and he had this to say.
Apparently, what a lot of people say is when you get to masters, it's like chess placement games. So you lose like 20, 30 games and drop all the way to 1200.
Lose 20, 30 games, drop all the way to 1200. Well, did that come true for him? Kinda. Here is his overview now. He's at 1339 MR, so he bounced back a little bit, but that is a very, very common experience. Actually, people get into master rank and they're like, ooh, finally I did it, I reached this great achievement, time to play with the big boys and work with my new rank and show off my skills, and they just get washed. And the point being, your points added to the pool of the MR economy are there to actually feed the hungry master rank players who are stronger than you. Oh, give me those points. They start eating up those points, and you start dropping until you bottom out and hit your true rank, where you actually should be, where you average out between your wins and losses. And for a lot of players, that is around 1200. So those 300 points end up being fed through the trickle up economics of the ELO MR system to feed all the players above you, right? The 1600 player takes your points, takes a few of them, and then the 1700 player eats those few points, and then the 1800 player gets a few of those, and eventually like the 2100 MR player gets 1 point extra from that. So your sacrifice was well worth it. You know, one person at the very top managed to get one more MR point because you introduced that drop to the bucket of the MR economy, and that's how it works. And it was pretty interesting watching a little bit of the stream. Tyler reacts to an rStreetFighter thread discussing him getting into master rank.
Really surprised he hit master, to be honest, considering how poorly he plays. Dude would just send combos on block. 100 hours. What's my win rate, actually? I mean, he's playing modern Guile at... all he has to do is DP and throw fireballs. Character is brain dead to hit masters with.
They're hating, Tyler. They're hating. So I actually think there's a little bit of important context to provide about that. Full combos on block. I actually thought about this, commented a little bit, and I did a little bit of investigation. So let me bring up the game and break it down what they're talking about. So what are they talking about sending full combos on block? So in Modern, of course, you hold the auto button in Modern and then mash buttons to do combos. So if I'm holding the auto button and I mash light punch, I will get this combo. And then if I instead hold that and mash medium, I get this combo with the level 1, and it actually ends in an OD flash kick. And then if I hold it and mash heavy, I get this conversion into level 3. Now, the interesting thing about this is they said he sends full combos on block, implying like he doesn't hit confirm. So, for example, doing things like, I don't know, maybe, can I even do that? Doing things like this, like not hit confirming and then canceling into unsafe specials or supers on block. However, the interesting thing about Modern Guile is that his auto combos auto hit confirm. If I mash light here and they are blocking, it doesn't come out. I can put them now on random and just like do this and see that it hit him in the middle of the sequence and then it hit confirmed. See, if they don't get hit, it doesn't come out. If they get hit, it comes out. So it has to hit with like at least 2 of the hits, I believe, for that to occur. So that happens. And then same thing for the medium. See, look, it does this. It'll hit confirm. Like if they block both hits of this, the super doesn't come out. If at any point they get hit, the super comes out. This is not the case for every Modern, and some Modern auto combos you'll cancel into unsafe specials. I haven't figured out the exact pattern, but some auto combos will do this, some will not. It kind of varies a little bit. For the most part, you can predict a lot of them are doing this hit confirm option, but occasionally they don't do that. And this works for all the auto combos. So you see here, for example, this on block will combo into OD Sonic Boom and waste your meters. So like some of them work that way, but all of his are safe. So if they block all these hits, you don't get the level 3, but you ended in a safe OD super. Most characters have at least one, but all of them for Guile are safe hit confirmed. So if you pick Modern and mash auto combos, like if you're like not a new player and don't understand what you're doing, you can just do this. And then you'll always safely confirm. Now, of course, you'll be whiffing moves. You'll get counter hit out of your moves just like normal, but that is a thing. So the question is, was Tyler1 doing this spamming? Like this is literally spamming without hit confirming to get into mastering? That is the question, right? We'll actually review some of the footage to actually confirm if that is true or not. But the accusations from Reddit are that he is sending full combos on block, making it all the way to master rank. But I also think there needs to be a bit of a clarification to understand the scale of the accomplishment here. Getting to master rank as a brand new player in 100 hours and like very new to fighting games is an amazing accomplishment for anybody. I don't care, man. I don't care. If you're new to fighting games, getting to master rank is an amazing accomplishment. However, I do think it is important for people who aren't familiar with the Street Fighter 6 rank system to get the full perspective here, because I don't think it's really clear to people what master rank means in Street Fighter 6, and I think we have some stats that can help clarify what that actually means. Here is Cat Cammy. I'm gonna use a lot of their graphics here. Cat Cammy 6 on Twitter. Please give them a follow, show them some love. They put out a lot of really good information. Here is one graph they produced here that showed the rank distribution of active players played at least one game the last month before season 3 patch. This was back in May 31st of this year. So this is from active players. Of course, this means there's a lot of accounts that are dormant and haven't played any games that are at these different ranks. But if you look at the active player base, 31.59% of the players at that time were in master rank. Most of them were inactive, 0 MR, like right here. This means 0 MR, but the vast majority of them were actually at between 1400 and 1500 MR. The most amount of active players were in master rank at 1400 to 1500 MR. And then you see the next most populated tier of active players is 21.4%. So this is just to give perspective of how like rare a master rank is, because I think a lot of players who aren't familiar with the point of master rank view it as like the final tier, the final frontier. Master rank is meant to be the new rank system. It means you're ready to be judged by MR, which is a very brutal ranking system. MR is then the ranking system you care about at this point, because if you see here, like it's just exponentially, let me make this very clear. Yeah, see the drop-offs? So the drop off here from 1500 to 1600, high master, it halves immediately. And then it more than halves each time you go down to the next tier. It's exponentially decreasing as you go up the ranks. So if you are 2000 MR here in X, you're the 0.004% player, I believe. There's more in-depth numbers. So the difference between something like gold and platinum, I would say going up 100 MR and maintaining that is probably a bigger jump than going from something like gold to platinum or platinum to diamond or diamond to master. Every 100 MR is like a bigger jump than those entire tiers of ranks. It is a huge jump. So I think a lot of people don't really understand that when you're in master rank, congratulations, you've made that achievement to get to that level, but it's really about what your MR and how you can maintain your average MR at that level. And for more context here, here's an earlier version of the rank distribution. This was the latest I could find from Kakami that had all the accounts. This is not by active players, right? This is only active players for the month. So you can see here in November 2024, once again, for active players, it's a huge percent. 26.26% of active players are in master. The most active players are in master rank. But if you do all accounts, so this includes inactive accounts, so people who fell off the game and stopped playing, you can see that master is 12.91% of the accounts that have ever ranked up in this game. So it's definitely a lot less than 20, but you can see master is still higher than bronze and iron and rookie. It only is eclipsed then by silver. So master is still a very common rank in terms of being the highest rank in the game, which I think when you compare it to other ranks, think of League of Legends Challenger, that's not what you want to look at. You want to look at these things. More than 2000 MR, this stat here, more than 2000 MR is the top 0.004% of players. So that is where the MR is where you actually get to determine like the actual separation begins to the upper echelon. It's via the MR elo system that is in the game. So that's just to provide some context. If you care about that, if you want more context also, you can see here that MR is like a closed economy system, and most of these mastering players are in Japan. Here's the breakdown of mastering by country. Japan has 127,408 mastering accounts. USA has less than 20,000. An order of magnitude difference. So when people talk about how hard it is to get legend in the US, it's because you only are exchanging the points in the closed economy system with people in your region. Therefore, when there's more points overall in the region, more fresh master ranks getting to master and then losing their points to the higher ranked player, that allows more people to get those ranks. That's why when the top 500 ranked players in the world, 333 of them come from Japan. It's not just because Japan has all the best players. They do have a lot of the best players. It's also like an mathematics question. The US does not have access to all these points. There's more rank inflation in Japan because there's just more points circulating to feed up to the higher ranked players. So that just gives you a lot more context for how this economy of points works. So the big question is, or the big relatable moment is, a lot of players, they show up to master rank, they're proud of their achievement, they're at this point right here, this 1500 range, and then they immediately drop to the most populated rank, which is here, which is 1400 to 1500 MR. They all immediately drop here, and a lot of them drop down here, which is the 1300 range. It's pretty painful, and Tyler1 getting to master rank is about to experience that firsthand. But we're going to see if Reddit is true, if their assumption of his gameplay is true, that he's just sending full combos on block and getting totally wrecked in mastering. We're going to check out a little bit of his experience here now.
This guy's 1600. This guy's 1600. 1600.
Hungry for the points immediately. How many is he gonna lose in a row? So I don't know how long that will last, but he had a good insight. Is it like chess where like you lose a bunch of matches and deflate immediately to 1200? We'll have to see. And we're also looking to see if he's sending full auto combos on block. That to me looks like a proper anti-air. He waited, they jumped and he anti-aired. He waited, they jumped and he anti-aired. He's not getting conversions from his lights though. I actually see 0 auto combo spam. I think this is a common reaction, man. First match ever in master rank, you get a first round win over the 1600 MR. Does it keep up? Yeah, if he could convert those jabs and do a manual combo, basically jab into heavy flash kick, he would be getting so much more mileage. It does seem like he doesn't have classic style hit confirms. He knows when to press lights. Like he's not mashing auto light. Oh, that was ballsy. Oh, he's about to win.
Fuck,
that was-
I misclicked.
I don't think I will ever get used to hearing like the new players say misclicked. Level 3? Oh, you got thirsty, my man.
I misclicked. No,
I don't know.
No. I had him beat.
I don't think you misclicked there.
I was full HP.
I think he was just hungry for the win. He wanted those points right then and there. The allure of MR, the temptation, like, you'll understand. Points are easy come, easy go. The other thing I didn't explain about the rank system prior to Master is that, you know, the points, they always inflate. If you have a 40% win rate prior to Master rank, your LP, the number that has to reach, like, I forget, 250,000. I forget what the LP amount is to get 25,000 maybe for Master rank. That number goes up. You get more points for winning than you lose for losing. So therefore, with like a 40% win rate, you will eventually be placed into Master rank, which is fine. But you can see with the rank distribution, the whole goal is to keep moving people into Master rank in order to add to that MR economy. Because once you get into the MR economy, it is a zero-sum point system. It's out of 16. If you're equally ranked, you gain 8 points for winning, you lose 8 points for losing. If someone is ranked higher than you, you might gain 10 points for losing, but they only gain 6 points for beating you, right? So it's completely relative to the rank. And if you're too highly ranked, you might only get 1 point for beating them and they get 15 for beating you, or you get 0 points for beating them at a certain point and they get 16 points for beating you. So you literally can't have infinite rank inflation. Even if you're the best in the world, it'll taper off eventually. The MR economy is extremely tight. It's like, it's a zero-sum game, and it's very accurate then to your level. You will lose points. You will definitely lose points. Prior to this, for the most part, your general trend for LP is mostly flatlining or going up. That's generally what is the design of LP, generally, right? It's either kind of like you stay the same or you go up. MR, you can go down. You'll go down, and it's meant to beat you down and flatline you. LP is meant to bring you up, and if you flatline up at the top, it holds you there until you start going back up again. That is the design of the rank systems. So it is a brutal, ego-crushing moment when you get into Master rank. And Tyler, he was feeling the thirst to keep his 1500 MR against a higher ranked player for sure here. Nice flash kick. He might still do it though. Isn't sub 1500 just diamond level? No, it depends. I think a hard stuck diamond would be like an 1100 or 1000 MR player. If you're a hard stuck diamond.
Fuck!
If you're a 1200 MR master rank, you're better than diamond.
Oh my god, I had this guy. I had that. I had it. Fuck, man. No.
Disaster.
Classic fucking misinput. He was down like a dog. No, not rematch. What the fuck?
Hell no, you're not rematch. See, this is where the one and done strategy starts to fall apart. So Tyler1 definitely one and dones. I think, listen, you should never one and done culturally, right? If you're gonna do it, whatever. But I'm just saying, even if you want to be as selfish as possible, if someone is 100 MR ahead of you, you have far more to gain than you have to lose. Usually the meta is the higher ranked player one and done's the lower ranked player in the elo system, because it's all risk, very little reward. If you're the lower ranked player, you should be thirsty to fight a higher ranked player, because if you lose, you might lose a couple points, but if you win, you're going to make back much more in return. So usually what happens is the higher ranked players trying to protect their elo, their MR, will one and done lower ranked players. So that's just like the meta for if you're trying to like kind of scumbag and protect your points. That's the meta. Even for Tyler1 here, I would say even with his mentality of just trying to protect the points, it's better to tank the loss as the lower ranked player, because it's in the end it's going to be worth it if you get one random win, because you can win if there's enough of a rank difference. If you get, what is it, maybe 9 points? What is the cutoff point? You can win one game and come out ahead in points, even if you lose the first of two. Yeah, if there's a huge enough difference, you get plus 15 per game. You win one, they win two. You actually made a plus 13 profit. You lost 2 points and you gain 15, right? So at a certain MR difference, it's all profit if you just get one game. I don't know the exact MR difference you're looking for, but
dude, I would have been a high master player.
He was feeling it. The stakes are high, man. You wanted those points. But so far, I don't see any like auto combo on block mashing. I see pretty solid Guile zoning gameplay. Just he doesn't know how to hit. Like even like that's basically a classic input right there. Like punish. Yeah, he doesn't understand how to do a basic jab combo. That would really enhance his gameplay. If you could just do jab, jab into flash kick or an OD Sonic Boom and hit confirm that, that would be huge. He's playing Guile, man. This is... I have problems with Modern too, but you can't say that this is Modern, like, alone. Like, this is this basic Guile awareness. He has to do the charge manually like normal. And yeah, he does the classic inputs. He's getting perfects, which means you have to press forward.
These guys are actually blocking all this. That's so free.
Yeah, he's not used to people blocking. You actually have to make more things happen. It's like, wait, they're not just running into the Sonic Booms over and over for no reason. Yeah, there's no way he knows any matchups, right? Or like not to that level, especially not on Elena.
I play against double grappler.
Did he say why am I playing against double grappler? I think he thinks Elena's a grappler, at least in this moment. Oh my god, I so wish he would do jab, 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 flash kick. He would win. He would win. His keep away is not bad. He just doesn't convert anytime they get close.
I don't think that should ever hit.
Ooh. Oh, could have maybe flash kicked. Ah, tough angle, tough angle. He had to do a knuckle do, a walk under flash kick. Ironically, you should be mashing auto combo more.
Oh my
Straight
God.
up, yeah. I think if a Reddit was right about him setting full auto combos, I think he would be doing better. Because in those situations where he's getting the light, if he had been mashing auto combo, he would get the knockdown.
I had that first game.
Oh, he's still stuck on it. That's the problem, man. You get to master rank, that 1500 MR looks so pretty. So many people talk about getting to master rank, and they're paralyzed for going back into rank because they don't want to face the reality of where they truly lie. The MR system is so brutal, especially when you first get there and you know you're about to drop, or you're unaware and you start experiencing it and it's painful. He's still thinking about the previous game about almost beating a 1600 player.
I'm saying I beat that. I beat that guy. It's this damn E-Rob's lawyer guy. This guy sniped me fucking a month ago.
I think there's some influencer drama or something related to that, but I legit don't know. I don't know if E-Rob, I know he's a streamer, but I don't know if he got into any actual legal shit or this is just memes. E-Rob is his brother? Wait, really? I legit did not know that. Real brothers? I've heard of E-Rob. I knew he's a streamer. They beef for fun? Okay. Oh, that's kind of funny. I couldn't tell what tone it was with. I wasn't sure if E-Rob was someone who like got into real legal shit and they were trying to make fun of him or what. I don't know. No, I don't assume that E-Rob's lawyer is actually E-Rob, his brother, also in Master Rank with Terry with an 11 win streak, who clearly smurfed his way here with a fresh Master Rank account to snipe Tyler1. Like, there's a clear intention of like not ranking up or not playing ranked until he can fight Tyler. Look, he's playing solid as hell here. This is super solid gameplay. He just needs to know how to exert more offense and how to convert. There's no auto combo spam at all here. See, if he could just do jab, jab, flash kick. This is the problem. Look. He's so close. Like, Tyler has made great progress in 111 hours of playing just ranked, but if he spent like an additional 20 minutes in training mode, or at least one of those hours, if he spent one of those hours instead of in training and ranked in training mode practicing this combo, or like trying to figure out what combos to practice and understanding that, it's not just the damage, it's the knockdown, it's the Oki. If he gets the flash kick, he gets the knockdown and he can start playing his zoning game. Then if they interrupt his zoning patterns get in, if he lands the jab confirmed to knockdown, he gets to play his zoning game again. He's not getting the space he needs to play his game plan. I think that might be too advanced for him. I guarantee you jab, jab, flash kick is not too advanced for him. Essentially, he doesn't have special cancels. I think that's the mechanic he doesn't have. Because if he does combos, it's auto combo or target combo. He doesn't have any special cancels. He needs to learn to special cancel. I think if you explain to him, big move, push them far away, throw fireball, I think he would get it. I don't think that's that advanced. He might not glue it together that he can do it there, but I think it's like the pieces are all there. The dots are all there. They're just like not fully connected yet. Plus ramps on that. Yeah, this guy is obviously a Smurf. This is a rough introduction to Master Rank. His patience is really good, but yeah, matchup stuff here. Oh, what do you do here? Auto combo level 3 is actually really good. This is actually an amazing level 3. It's gonna burn him out.
Let me burn. There's a shot.
See, he knows what's going on. He understands how much drive gauge it takes too. And then, listen, anyone hating that Reddit thread, I think they're full of shit, to be honest. If they're trying to disparage his gameplay, he actually is playing so fundamentally solid. And then he got gimmicked right there. He just doesn't have a few techniques to close out these games. It's actually incredible how solid he is for not being in training mode. That was a good game.
I should have beat that first guy. Okay,
Still losses. Thinking about
that was winnable, and the first guy was winnable. I could be. I'm not getting crushed. The second game was pretty close too.
When does he get his first win? Let's see. Does he get his first win here? Okay, let's watch. Let's see one win. Let's see. I honestly don't know when he gets his first win. I know he gets his first set win much later on, but I think this is he gets a game at least, unless he miraculously chokes this. Let's see.
How we do on O block, bitch?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
DI. You can DI him. Okay, at least he's doing that. Oh my god, just one heavy punch to DI.
Yeah.
Okay, hold up. He might get his first win. A couple games in. Ho block, more like no block. He's actually blocking. Not a bad pun. I mean, you got to just keep that one in the tank for another time. He actually does be blocking.
Oh.
Modern Guile, no heavy punch. What do you get when you hold auto heavy? Don't you get a heavy punch? His button timing, his spacing, really good. Look at, yeah, I like how he puts out the Sonic Blade and then he waits to see what they do. Good tech. Look, yeah, the patience. Dude, if you're getting mad at this gameplay, he is playing literally old school as fuck Guile. He has the heart of a Street Fighter 2 boomer right here.
This has to be the win. We clutch it up. We clutch it up.
He's keeping charge like a motherfucker here. He's just holding down back, throwing booms and flash kicking.
Has to jump. He has to jump. He has to jump. He has to jump. He has to
Look at him.
jump. He has to jump.
Listen to him. He went for the jump there.
1480.
More than 1480, man. That's plus 8. That's plus 8.
Plus 8. I'm where I belong. I'm where I belong.
First win in Master Rank, not bad. He's calling out the solar plexuses with the DIs. Auto combo? Yeah, his only combos though are auto combos entirely. But he's using such limited tools because he's not adding new tools to his toolbox with like understanding the classic control system. He uses them so effectively and well placed. His timing and patience is really good. He just doesn't have more tools because he doesn't have classic combo knowledge at all. But his fundamentals are really there.
Stop walking up to me like that.
Stop! One round away from winning his first set. Somehow, I think it all goes wrong. Called out the boom timing.
That was his first DI of the game.
Uh-oh, he conditioned you with the throws. Immediate attack there gets punished. Meaty donkey kick? Do you spend it? Oh, this is where it all goes wrong. You burnt yourself.
I got bad hold.
Yeah, he said he thinks that's bad hold. So close. Wait, he doesn't win this? Does he win this? A jump? A weird jump. So close. Oh.
So this guy has 3 Hadoukens, right? So I think I have to.
Kinda, yeah. I mean, that's the problem with going to burnout, is that you're put into chip situations. Like, his reasoning for jumping there is logical. It's kind of a guess of when he's going to start applying chip. You could have survived more regular fireballs, but I think he could have done like a safe on block level 1, put you in a bad spot. Oh, okay. This guy just went ham. He just went ham. He potentially could have tried to Sonic Boom him, but he could have lost, you know. Uh-oh, the salt's coming out. Yeah, he was worried about getting level 1 to death. Damn, no set win there. Oh, good perfect parry. Ashogeki is fucked up. Oh! Converted that.
Sometimes the inputs work.
That's true. That's true. Sometimes missed inputs work out in your favor. He started doing towards heavy punch. He's trying to do Sonic Boom, I think, but he converted that. Listen, I know it's not a real like classic conversion, but the signs are there. Okay, he got the misclick, to use Tyler's words, with the towards heavy punch, and then he went into the auto combo. There was a level of recognition there of the situation to confirm. It's not a true confirm. Is it a true confirm to combo? No, it's not. But it's along those lines of thinking, for sure. It's definitely along those lines. There's structure and logic to what he's doing, for sure. Yeah, he mashed it, but I think he understood to press buttons there after that move, and he understood that it gave him a combo confirm, right? You get what I'm saying?
Well, I hate this fucking punch shit. This punch into jab. This jab into grab is so low skill. I actually hate that shit so much.
Yeah, take throws, man. Don't let him get in. Shit sucks. Oh, why don't you just perfect parry him? Yeah, he doesn't back roll. That's a good point. If he back rolled, it would definitely be better. He does what he knows. He does what he knows well. He doesn't like scramble or like fumble or mash with what he doesn't know. He's implementing what he understands to a very strong degree.
Huge issue where if you get nicked by anything, you kind of like lose, no matter like right away. It's like you can't make a mistake. But I really think the drive rush, green jab, grab. Akin does it really bad as well. Jab, grab, jab, grab. Everybody does it. Jab, grab, jab, grab, jab, grab, jab, grab, jab, grab.
He's starting to understand. But once people start getting better at the game, you just can't make mistakes. That's the game. The game is so fucking brutally punishing. And then people will drive rush cancel and then immediately put you into a guessing situation. That's the game. And Guile can do it too, to a degree. He's playing the character that's meant to play defensively and kind of counter that. But Guile has elements of that as well. So it's just, that's the game. That's the game. So no first set win there. There is a later section that I browsed through and I found he had an interesting discussion point. So he ends up streaming for many hours searching for his very first set win. He wants to win a first or two, not a single game, a set win. And all the while, this is 2 hours later, he's getting his MR tanked a little bit. There was an interesting moment around this part of the stream. After here, he's been on a bit of a losing streak at 1254 MR.
Every player that first makes Masters drops immediately. It's the rite of passage. No, that is a people like you are why it's so bad. Well, no, it's just normal. Well, it's just normal. It's why it's just normal. They fucking this game has only OG players, bro. Imagine being a new. First of all, I haven't seen a modern player once, by the way. Now I'm just talking. Dude, this is terrible. You have the highs of finally making it to Masters, and you have the drastic low of losing 80 in a row. Dude, that is horrible. Horrible.
There's some truth to that. He's referring to the rank system. So to clarify what he's talking about, he's saying that because you're being placed at 1500 MR when you start, when you're climbing in ranked, and then when you get to that level, you are never actually 1500 MR. You end up dropping down way further. So he does make a suggestion like, why don't you just place them at a lower MR? But the problem is, with that sort of a system, all that does is serve to shift the overall population down lower and decrease inflation. It deflates the points. So the reason why MR works the way it does is because you get set at 1500 MR to preserve the MR economy, and then you will have to drop points. He mentions how in chess elo, I think in chess.com, you're able to at least do a selection for like your experience to set where your starting elo should be. So you could eventually, or possibly what he's suggesting is either have a way to immediately start at a lower MR by choice, or potentially do placement matches again in Master Rank. Those are possible options, but that requires a really robust economy already in place. Maybe eventually you could do something like that, but the only reason why 1500 MR means 1500 MR is because every Master Rank player starts at 1500 MR. It's a closed economy system, so it's all relative to the number of points in the actual economy based on the number of Master players times 1500 MR. That is how it works, right? So if you were to then allow new Master players to in the future come in at a lower rank level, that could work for now, but eventually what that will lead to is deflation. So that, say, instead of starting at 1500, you start at 1200. Eventually 1200 will just be 1500, and you'll start at 1200 and you'll drop down to 900 instead. It'll be relative, right? Maybe not 900, maybe 1000, right? It's all relative. So over time, that would shrink the MR economy, deflate it, and then what we consider to be really godlike, instead of being 2200, will instead be 2000 or 1900, right? So there's not even enough players in the system, I think, because that would end up deflating the economy. So there's not like a permanent solution for this sort of thing. One other possibility is to start from the beginning with an ELO system immediately. But I think the reason they do it this way is because ELO is too brutal. It is objectively bad design. I don't agree it's objectively bad design. I actually think it's the greatest rank system we have ever had, above and beyond any other. I don't think it's a bad design at all. I think the problem is your ego is in the way. But I do think that we have to satisfy the ego of the players. I think that is very important as well. There is a balance. So the current system is your ego is inflated to get to Master Rank. Then at some point they're like, we gotta pop the bubble. Placing new Master players at 1500 is horrendous, right? So if you rewind everything I just said for the past 5 minutes, that will explain that it doesn't matter where you start them, because eventually it will all average out to be the same. I don't see how it will fall in the same manner. Okay, well, I failed to explain it. Number of points in economy. Number of Master players times 1500, your starting point. Your rank is relative to that number. If we change that number to 1000, all that does is take the spread of the top rank player to the worst rank player and shift it down the number line. That's all it does. So instead of you starting at 1500 and dropping to 1200, you'll come in at 1000, and instead of going immediately climbing, you'll drop from 1000 to 900. All it does is take the number and shift it down. You can move the line up or down, but the spread of top to bottom will be the same to a rough degree. That shifts over time. So if you change that now, it won't immediately happen. New Master Rank players right now will not drop if you did that. But over time, you're actually reducing the number of points in the economy, so it'll slowly deflate down. And then in a year from now, if you made that change today, in a year from now, you'll have the same problem. I just got to Master Rank at 1000 MR. Now I'm at 900, my ego. You'll have the same problem. So you could keep shifting this over time, but this is an economics question. So you could temporarily solve it, but eventually you're gonna bottom out unless you start doing negative elo. So this is an econ question. The only solution is to start everyone at 0 MR, and then therefore we will never ever go anywhere. Okay. We all have $0. I will hire you to work for $0, and I will sell my goods for $0. Now we got no ranks and nothing matters. Punk the God will be 0 MR, and the brand new Master Rank player will be 0 MR. They can't just create MR points. I mean, they can. They've literally done that. They've literally done that. At one point, Capcom went, hey guys, sorry, there's been a lot of disconnects lately. Everybody gets 100 MR or 50. They did that. They literally did an MR stimulus package. It's literally an economy. It's just like 100% like the economy. They literally did that. I see, there you go. But how does that solve the problem? I need you to go to school or open a YouTube video, do something. Start learning a little bit about how economies work. Watch a chess video. I need you to do something. You got to do something. My man, come on now. It's an ELO system. This is a field. This is like a mathematics field. It's like a mini economy. So ELO is a complex system, but like once you get it, you get it. But anyways, the point being, most people's solutions don't work with an ELO system. What up, SK, by the way? Sorry, I'm ranting here. I will see you very soon. Would removing the reset help at all? The point of the reset is to reduce the inflation, because over time the economy keeps inflating. And when the inflation increases, so too does the amount that you drop. So when they decrease inflation, you drop less. Okay, so if everyone starts at 0 MR, if I win the first match, I will have 8 MR and you will have -8 MR. And if instead you created a new non-elo system where instead of it being a zero-sum system, I think what would happen in your theoretical system, say you can never go under 0. If I gain 8 MR for the first set, then and they keep doing that system, I think what happens is you're going to have the most compressed rank system ever, where like 100 MR. So I can't predict the numbers. I don't know enough off the top of my head to understand this, but there will be a very low spread between 0 and the top rank. And the ranks will be so compressed that there's going to be no way to differentiate players. One rank point will be like the difference between 1600 and a 1900. You know what I mean? The ranks will be so compressed because the point is, after a certain point, you don't get any MR for a win. You know, if you're like 500 MR difference, you get 0 MR for winning. The whole point of the MR system is once you get so far ahead your opponent, you naturally approach a limit where you cannot gain any more points. As a 2000 MR player, you get 0 points for beating a 1500 MR player. They're really trapped in a bad spot here. My point being, no, there is no bad spot. Welcome to the rank system. The rank system accurately describes where you are. You just have to have your feelings hurt when you show up. I don't know, man. I think the solution is you get over it. But, I mean, to be fair, that's the thing that Tyler is talking about, right? Is it too much of an ego boost popper? Is it too brutal for new players to enter into the master rank system? And there is some data to back that up. There is data to back that up. A lot of players get the master rank and they don't want to like play. They're scared. They have rank anxiety. They don't want to face the music and lose for a little while, right? That is a real thing. However, I will say I will push back on his point of saying that only boomers and OGs are playing this game. This game is actually far more successful with new players, and especially in Japan and other regions, this game is extremely successful. So I don't think this rank system is actually a problem. I think this MR rank system actually encourages more people to boot up and play in the active. It's the most active rank out of all of them. I think the MR system actually is the most addicting and rewarding rank system that keeps more people queuing than any other rank system we've ever had. Because LP and those types of infinite point inflation systems were so meaningless. Once you got to a certain point, the points meant nothing. They were literally, it was funny money. It's like having trillions and gazillions of dollars. It meant nothing. Now, every single point means something in MR. Every single point. So you actually are like, you feel something about it, right? No matter what level you're at, you feel something about the rank. So I think this MR system is really good. So I would disagree with Tyler there that this is like bad for new players. I do think there maybe could be something to solve that. He mentions placement matches, but then there will be deflation. Maybe they can do placement matches and then keep reinflating the economy, like get a little bit more complex with the system to solve the problem. There could be something we can do for sure. So it will just be more complex. But overall, I think the system's great. I think the system's great for sure, in my opinion. And I don't think it's that much of a deterrent, but it is pretty bad. This is a rough system. And so he's venting because he just went on a massive losing streak. And I got to give props to him for still going, right? He lost all these games. He's still going and searching for his set win. So I do think he eventually finds the right opponent. This is hours into the stream for playing Street Fighter 6. 1200 MR. So in the beginning, he said, I heard it's like chess where you start off one place and then you drop to 1200 elo. So he was definitely right. But the question is, does he hit 1100? Fighting a 1280 MR Ken. Oh, it's about to get burnt. Uh-oh. Ooh, baited that though.
Get in the lab, dumbass.
Get in the lab? Wait, where do you learn that one from? Is that a bit of projection there?
Oh god, not this move.
Hey, that was your move, man. That's your old main. Oh, nice whip punish. Shimmy, panic DI. Ooh, okay. Nice reaction. Oh, he's spending it. It is winnable, but this is a big spend. Not the final round. You can get a burnout here, though. Woo! Nice. His button placement is mad good. Look how late that flash kick was, by the way, to make sure he stayed in front. Oh, deer in headlights. Harsh. He's doing autocorrect flash kicks. Like, don't tell me he's just mashing auto combos. That is not true. He just doesn't have any combo conversions. That's his problem. If he learned how to convert combos, he'd be killing people. But like his button placement, sonic boom timing, anti-air timing are all really good. Oh, he went for it. Nice slow boom timing.
Rematch me, you bitch.
He's just playing the game, man. Divine Fury, I'm sure it's a nice guy. Come on now. And now he's like hungry for the sets. He was one and doneing everybody. He did anti-air with normals? Yeah, he doesn't really anti-air with normals. He does flash kicks. Yeah, he tries to do like really late autocorrect flash kicks always. Sometimes they can work, sometimes it's too ambitious. Look at the... That was sick defense. Not falling for the throw tech and then anti-air and the neutral jump. That was fucking sick, dude. Yeah, he's trying to like really late anti-air with flash kick. Okay, wait a minute. That's not gonna work. Okay, but nobody has punishes.
No, you didn't, you piece of shit.
The pressure. He was kind of cracking under the pressure. Seems like he found a new strategy to do drive rush crouching medium kick into target combo, but that is punishable. Actually, the overhead is negative like 5 or 6. He doesn't tech, he just teched. He understands the risk reward, man. He does delay tech. He just teched. I look over to see the chat message. He doesn't tech, I look back, he teched. He understands that you gotta take the throw sometimes. Okay.
Oh, here we go. Come on.
All right, 1-1. It's been hours, dropping from 1500 MR all the way down to 1200 MR. And no first to 2 set win. Oh, he's locked in, he said. His zoning game is good. He doesn't use it to set up any pressure. He doesn't know how to punish sweeps with the zone sweep. And he doesn't know how to do combo conversions, but his nooch is solid. And his defense is solid too. Look, he keeps his charge discipline is really good too. Oh my god, I wish he would throw that. Yeah, he needs to back roll for sure. Back roll would help him a lot. Okay, auto combo time.
Here we go. Game 1 goes to me. We're one fucking match away from winning our first set in Masters.
First set, after hours of struggle. The brutal D-ranking. Just can't lose his cool. He lost his cool in the very first game. He almost beat a 1600 MR Manon, and he cracked. He got too hype. Look at the discipline. I know you guys don't have charge discipline like that.
Bro, I swear to God, a lot of the time when I accidentally press spinning back fist, it actually works.
Yeah, see, he's converting. He messes up with going for sonic boom and he gets that the back fist, but he's converting it. He understands that. He might start to use it on purpose sometimes. DI?
Got him! Got him! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you!
Hours later.
Finally,
first set.
After 3-4 hours, we have gotten our first set win in Masters. Fuck that. That's my last game. What the fuck?
Don't blame him. I will have to disagree with the people trying to talk smack about Tyler's gameplay in Master Rank. I think he plays very solid. I do think if he spent a little bit more time in the lab, like he's telling his opponents to, he could skyrocket quickly. He knows a limited tool set, but he implements that tool set very effectively. And I think the fundamentals are clearly there. Clearly there. So if you're hating on his gameplay for getting to Master Rank, that to me is as solid as you can ask for a 100-hour brand new player to Street Fighter getting to master rank. And I don't even think it's really just modern carrying. Obviously, modern helps him with his combo conversions. I would have to say that's like 75% just fundamentals, really. His spacing, his timing, his defense is all really good. His flash kick awareness, his ability to take, or willingness to take the throw and hedge his bets and opt out of getting shimmied or punished in that way, and anti-airing is really good. I think he's playing solid, man. As far as his critiques with the rank experience, I mean, there are some valid critiques there. I think there's a bit of salt projection as well. I mean, it is tough when you go through that. Overall, I think it's a good system. There maybe could be some implementations to ease you into your proper MR without destroying the MR economy. But I mean, after hours of de-ranking from 1500 to 1200 at your first set win, I mean, at some point you got to go through the struggle, feel the reward of your efforts really pay off, because the reward is only sweet if you had to struggle to get it. I think that's, at some point you have to establish that in fighting games, and once you get to MR, that's when all bets are off, right? They're taking off the gloves, and it's the real deal. Any progress you make will be because it's internal. It's you leveled up, not the game trying to push you to a certain rank. You like the Tekken system? Really? I think the Tekken system is terrible. I think the Tekken system is so bad.